My name is Ishaan Battu. I'm the Associate Director of Delivery for the Agency, Media, and Professional Services vertical here at Appficiency. My experience with NetSuite goes back around 12 years. Prior to joining Appficiency, I was with NetSuite's professional services team, and I've been with NetSuite Consulting for over 10 years now. My experience has primarily been working with implementations for companies within the services sector. Those type of companies who have very complex workforce planning needs, billing needs, revenue recognition requirements that we can try to streamline through our industry expertise and our suite of solutions. Here at Efficiency, typically we like to define BHAG at projects as big, hairy, audacious projects that we provide very complex yet innovative solutions for. So my industry being AMP is basically driven around agency, media, and professional services type of companies. Today we'll be focusing on certain clients that we've been working around in the media segment. So currently we're working with two of the largest media companies within North America who have a very unique set of problems revolving around large volume of transactional data, billing complexities, and of course, revenue recognition requirements that come along billing within service industries. So media agencies are going to be the ones that we're going to focus on today, who usually play the role of being middlemen between their clients and their vendors or advertisers, like we call them. So for example, an agency would do work with a large client like McDonald's or Walmart. They would get a media budget from their clients to spend on a monthly or a weekly basis, which they will then plan out with different forms of advertisings, such as radios, social media, print advertisements, so on and so forth. And essentially, media agencies would then allocate that budget across these different venues of advertisements. Typically, what makes these projects unique are the avenues through which the media agencies channel their advertising orders. These can vary from industry standard platforms like MediaOcean and SPMS, or they could be in-house proprietary built platforms that the companies may develop themselves. So that's one particular problem that becomes very crucial at the start and also throughout the whole engagement. The complexities therefore reside in how to translate these various forms of data into a uniform structure to map their transactions within an ERP system like NetSuite. This makes each media company fairly unique, as each company tracks, manages, and reports against data very granularly, but then their bills are more at an aggregate level. So although their management wants to see reports at a drill down level, their customers will be getting their invoices at a summary level, and their vendors will be billing them, in a completely different format. So bringing all this data together forms that complexity or that balance that we need to strike in order to make sure that all of that can be housed in one single platform with as much accuracy as possible. So the current set of problems that we are trying to solve revolve around the solutioning of what is known as sequential liability within the media agency world. Sequential liability is essentially the practice of keeping track of all of your billables on the AR side and the AP side tied to one another. So typical media companies would wait for their clients to pay the business before they can pay their media vendors in order to avoid an imbalance in cash position. So this is fairly complex with these companies, as those cash balances would have to be kept track of at an individual media insertion level. So for clients that may have hundreds of campaigns with thousands of ad placements each month, these further would then evolve into how clients would eventually be billed, because the timing of their billables and the timing of their payments can also vary from client to client. And their vendors would always be expected to get their payments on time before they stop their services. So you can see how keeping track of large volumes of data and providing a way to reconcile them in order to release these payments in a timely manner can be challenging. And on top of that, revenue recognition and expense recognition will also have to be tracked at an individual insertion level for client gross profitability reporting on a monthly basis as well. to solution for the problems I laid out above, we've developed a robust set of solutions called Pay When Paid. The various components of this solution revolve around managing and tying the buy side and the sell side of each insertion order into line level ledgers, which accumulates all the AR and AP bills and payments in order to show the cash position at a granular level. So our solution is also designed to produce consolidated invoices for media company customers who will want to receive one single document summarizing the various orders that they've placed within the month. Another piece that our teams have been very focused on is streamlining the integration practices of managing large volume of data coming in and out of the system, which need to be configured to receive, validate, and process the data before any form of billing occurs. The thing that makes media company transactions unique is that the AR and the AP data are coming from different sources. AR data comes from estimates that the media companies associate with their buying platforms, whereas AP data comes from vendors and their own formats. So we ingest the data into NetSuite. We find a way to correlate the data in a way that makes the pay when paid ledgers accurately link the transactions together and make sure that this data is able to produce reports in real time rather than wait a day or a week for all of these reportings to be available. So this in turn allows us to work with the business and help streamline their data processes as well throughout the whole course of the implementation. So therefore, this also involves change management, data management, and making sure that we deliver a process that's easily scalable and adoptable as the business expands and grows. Currently, there's no off-the-shelf solution for managing data volume in outside of a tailor-made process that these companies would usually invest in. And this makes the process very expensive and rigid to maintain in-house. So our solutions have been tested across some of the highest volume media clients in America. And over the years, we've been able to bundle these solutions so that they can be deployed with high degree of efficiency, leaving some room for flexibility based on the individual business needs, essentially. So as you can tell, these solutions involve the innovative play between delivery consultants and solution architects and our technical development and integration teams. We have to be in tight sync, not just internally, but also with the client teams in order to ensure the thoroughness of these implementations. There's also a high degree of coordination that's required in order to deploy, data migrate, test, and validate these solutions. And each phase of the implementation holds unique challenges based on the data structure that exists within each media company that we work with. So although there are overarching parallels within the agency world in general, we need to be cognizant of the impact that the new solutions or the processes that we introduce can have for a live operating business. And some of these could be publicly traded companies as well. We have 2 clients who are using our pay when paid solutions in order to process over 100,000 lines of transactions each month in billing and revenue recognition. So their billing cycles have been reduced from a few weeks to a daily frequency if they choose to do so. Data imports into their prior ERPs used to involve a lot of manual intervention, whereas our integrations and customizations basically have made a lot of their processes touch-free or touchless. So basically the information is imported, validated with no involvement from the data teams or the users whatsoever. So the companies have also been closing their books in under 1 week post the month end, which usually used to take a few weeks to almost a month of lag time in order to consolidate all of this data from disjointed systems before migrating to NetSuite with our solutions. With the current implementation that we're working on, the billing team has been processing very large volumes of data efficiently during the UAT phase. Right now, they're in testing in UAT. And we've cut down their process of navigating through offline reports into a unified set of screens with dynamic filtering within NetSuite, and in order to allow them to process their billings with a few clicks. And we've also built the functionality to help the AR team auto-consolidate their invoices to be dispersed to their clients. So once the bills have been created based on predefined set of criterias, their invoices get consolidated automatically, and they don't have to, take them offline and create dynamic PDFs for their clients. We basically coded all of that to be in the system and pretty much hands-free.